Quick reminder, make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. I live stream damn near every single day. We play fighting games, we play story games, we do movie nights, we do party games, we do loads of different types of games. And this is also where I film all the Inferplays for the third channel. And I'm usually live after uploading a video, which is just like what you're seeing right now. We're almost at 100k followers, so if you could please just follow me on Twitch and also turn on notifications, it would help me out a lot. And that's pretty much it. Hope to see you guys there. So welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're gonna be making a tier list for Shonen Unleashed. Now understand that this is my personal tier list. Obviously my tier list will be different from your tier list because obviously we all fight different things in ranked, but this is just from my experience. Obviously we're all gonna have different opinions and stuff. I might not know the matchup of one character, I might know the matchup a lot about another character. It all just depends on the person. That's why I don't really like doing tier lists that much. So if you're seeing this in the future, understand that the meta could easily change. New tech might be discovered for one character that can make him shoot up on a tier, or something can get nerfed, blah blah blah. System mechanic changes, can buff or nerf a character, stuff like that. This is a game that doesn't have too much characters, so I don't think this would be too hard to do. And also some characters, it's just quite clear that they are way stronger than others. Now for the standard tiers, we have as S, A, B, C, and D. Now please understand that this is a 1v1 tier list, and also some of these tiers, or probably one tier, probably won't get used because I think this game is actually relatively balanced. Every character can beat any character, just that some are in different tiers. And understand that this isn't a team-based game, so like if you're picking a character that's low tier, it's not like you're selling your teammates or nothing like that unless you're playing 2s and 3s, but this is only a 1s tier list anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So if there's a character that you see in C or D and you really enjoy playing that character, please continue playing that character. Do not drop that character. You need to play a character that you enjoy losing with and you wouldn't mind losing on. That means you're having fun with the character and you just want to keep playing that character. Just because you see I put that character very low in the tier list doesn't mean the character is not for you. The character can always just get buffs. This is just my opinion on where I think the character is at the moment. A lot of people that are new to Shonen Unleashed in games like this on Roblox value high damage in characters. I don't really care for damage. I value good combo starters in neutral more than damage, because what good is the damage if you can't get a hit to land the damage? And my tier list will definitely probably represent that. In a game like this, I value combo starters the most. I think having a lot of good combo starters are pretty much king in this game, because that leads to you landing your hits, and our character has a lot of neutral options that are good will mainly usually win the fights, because you don't have to be landing combos to win fights in this game. You can slowly keep poking your enemy and just slowly chipping away at their health. That's kind of what Sasuke does when he just throws fireball at you over and over and over, and you just keep getting hit by it. And one last thing before we get started, I do want to say that I think that the game is pretty balanced to a certain degree, meaning that every character is very strong. I don't think there's a character that's like underwhelmingly horrible to the point where like they cannot beat any of the characters that are in the higher tiers or any character in general. I think everyone in the game can beat everyone. It's just a little harder with some characters, but it's not too harder to the point where like it's impossible. But anyway, with that said, I've done a video on every single character in this game now. I've tried all the variants, I've tried all the characters, I've done videos on pretty much everyone. If you guys want to go take a look at the Shonen Unleashed playlist, you can go ahead and take a look at that. And also make sure to hit the sub button, like the video, and let's go and hop right into this tier list. Okay, first things first, we have on the list, we have is base Goku, with the awakening being Super Set. Now base Goku, this is the Goku right here. I think personally he is one of the weaker characters in this game. His neutral options in base aren't really that good. His Kamehameha is only something you're gonna be using in combos, so you're not gonna be using that in neutral. His Kaio-Ken attack, this is his main combo starter and also his main guard break, and honestly might be only guard break, because his other guard break is Spirit Bomb, which isn't really good because they have to sit in it for a long time to get hit by it. There is a little bit of mix in the fact that like if he does Kaio-Ken, if you think an enemy is going to jump, then you don't go for a Kaio-Ken attack, you cancel it, and then you punish their double jump and lag with an M1 or something. But that's not a thing anymore, because in a recent update, they made it so that if you get double jump and lag, you can fall and attack at the same time. So double jump and lag isn't a thing anymore. I mean, you still move slower, but you can M1 even after a double jump and lag. So like the whole thing of Kaio-Ken attack mix is fake and it's not really good. And this Kaio-Ken attack is very easy to avoid because the enemy can just jump, and also you have end lag. Same thing with meteor rush. If you meteor rush at someone's block, you're stuck in end lag. There is a little bit of tech to where like you can flick your camera up before you get the end lag, but like his base is just not really good. His base is horrible compared to the other characters on the game. You can still win with him, but like his base is just holding him back. His mode is nice, but it's nothing too crazy to write home about. It's just your average base. This move is really good because it goes through block and he has a really fast guard break if you're full, but unfortunately his base is just holding him back by a lot. His mode is okay, but his base is just not going to do it, so he's gonna have to take that B tier slot from me. His damage is good, but his combo starters aren't good, therefore he's taking the B tier slot or even C tier depending on how I feel later in the video. Next we have his Kaio-Ken Gamble Goku. Now Kaio-Ken Gamble Goku, this Goku's a little bit better than the regular Goku, but I'm gonna have to put him in B tier as well because I mean obviously it's the same issue. The base is trash. The mode is actually pretty good though, and it's actually very fun to use because you constantly get stronger and you have an unblockable combo starter with Solar Flare, and Kaio-Ken Assault is also a really good strong combo starter. It's a little bit better than the base mode in my opinion, but unfortunately it's just not good enough to carry the slack that the base comes with. So both of these Gokus, as a matter of fact, I'm actually going to put them both in C tier because they are just not good enough compared to the rest of the cast in my opinion. Next we have is Vegeta. Now this Vegeta is actually a monster. I want to put him in S tier, but I'm going to hold off and throw him into A tier. This character's base is actually really good. He has Super Dash Kick, which is a very powerful guard break and a very powerful combo starter. It has a little bit of end lag, but if you use it a little bit closer to your enemy, the skill can't be punished because even if you double jump over it, the dash kick is going to miss and put you out of distance for an air M1. So it's a really nice combo starter and it's actually pretty fast as well. Unfortunately, that's his only guard break and base other than Gallic Gun, but Gallic Gun you're mainly gonna be using as a combo ender, but his combo damage is actually really good and his neutral options are really good since he can use Finish Breaker in neutral, Super Dash Kick in neutral, and also Dirty Fireworks is also decent in neutral as well if your enemy is going for like a Shidori or a Moonfang after you. So overall, he has a solid base. You just got to be careful with the way you use your Super Dash Kick. But where this character really shines the most is his mode. His mode is so damn disgusting. This mode is a nightmare for anyone that doesn't play this game a lot because you need to be able to counter sub all this skill spam he's going to be doing against you. If you are not really good with reactions and if it is not your server, meaning that you're playing on like 200 ping or something like that, good luck trying to fight this mode because it's crazy skill spam. He can do Big Bang Attack, and if you see the hitbox of this skill, it is gigantic. Look at the hitbox of Big Bang Attack. Very hard to avoid it, and if you do block it, he dashes after you for amazing impact. He can combo start off of it, and it down slams you into Focus Flash. And then after that, it does half your posture damage. You're at half health, and he can also Final Flash after it and get some good damage, and it also guard breaks you for another combo. He can do some disgusting skill spam just because this Big Bang Attack is very hard to avoid, and like I said, if you can't PB, prepare to die because he can also just Focus Flash you. This does Ki Blast, Final Flash you. He can just keep doing this on rotation over and over and over and over, and you just have to take it. There's nothing you can really do if you aren't really good at PBing, and he can just pretty much keep running away, spamming cooldowns because his skills only have like about a 20-second cooldown. If you look right here, 18, 17, 16, 30. By the time he combo starts with Big Bang Attack, it's already about to be off cooldown because his combo is actually kind of long because of the animations, pretty long and amazing impact. It's just a nightmare character to fight overall, especially if the server isn't in your ping. So, and for that, I'm going to have to throw him into A tier or close to S. It's a little close, but depending on the user, if it's a Vegeta main, S. If it's just your average Vegeta, I'm gonna throw him into A. But for now, I'm just gonna say he's at the high part of A. Next we have is Great Ape. Great Ape is pretty much damn near the same as the base. I would argue Great Ape is a little weaker though than the regular base mode. I'm going to throw Great Ape into B tier because I think the base mode is a little better. Great Ape is not bad. You still have the nice base that Vegeta has, but Great Ape unfortunately is only good on certain maps. Like if you're on that courtyard map from One Piece with the Zoro execution or whatever, like a small map, Great Ape is actually phenomenal. But the fact that Great Ape is pretty much a big damage sponge and not really that great in 1v1s means that you can get smacked around pretty easily and just become a damage sponge. You're better off opting for his base mode and fighting on a small map so you can hit that massive hitbox Big Bang Attack, but it's up to you. But I would say Great Ape is on the bottom of B tier. If you're on a big map, I'd even drag him down to C tier, but it just depends on what type of map that you're about to play on. Honestly, in my opinion, I just wouldn't prefer picking Great Ape because he's kind of booty. But if you're on a small map, B tier. If you're on a big map, C or D. But it just depends on whatever map you roll. But usually it's not going to be in your favor, so I'd have to say C tier. Next, we have Piccolo. This is a new character in this game. Piccolo just got some massive buffs. His ability to do a full charged Hell Zone and then Demon Grasp you for a guard break is very, very strong. And the fact that you cannot PB Demon Wave anymore is also a really nice buff he got. So he's actually a pretty strong character. He also has 3 combo starters. He can Demon Grasp for a combo start. He can Hell Zone you for a combo start, like just like that. And he can Heavy Elbow you for a combo start. All of this stuff is great on paper. He can do stuff like Demon Wave. If you're comboing him, the Demon Wave will save him. All of this stuff is great on paper, but unfortunately his mode is not good. Obviously most modes in this game thrive off skill spam. You're mainly, when you pop mode in this game with most characters, you're not going to be doing much M1ing for a combo. You're mainly going to be using a skill to start a combo and then do your high damage B&B. But with this Piccolo, his neutral options suck. Like, they're just not really good. Demonic Rage, easily blockable. This Demonic Destruction is a grab, but it's not an easy one to land, and it doesn't really have that much range. The range is embarrassing. You can jump over it easily. Even if it has super armor, it's not much to write home about. And even if you whiff, most people are just gonna jump over it and then down slam you for a whiff punish. Fierce Fist is okay, but like has a lot of startup. It's basically kind of just like Vegeta's kick, but worse. Very reactable. You're pretty much banking on this hit landing for your mode so you can get your combo started, because if you can't land this move, or if you whiff it and it's on cooldown, well, goodbye, because most of your neutral options are gone. And trying to land Apocalyptic Burst isn't really that easy. You have to pretty much bait your enemy into using a skill, and then you just beat them with the hyper armor, or hope your enemy is sleeping or something. Like, it's just not really that good of a mode. So basically, because of this, if your enemy is a good player, you're basically forced into going Great Ape off rip. And obviously Great Ape has its flaws, but it's a better mode than your normal mode, because obviously the neutral options are better, and therefore you don't have to worry about your enemy just holding F and running away and dodging and stuff. But it's a giant mode or Great Ape mode or whatever. So Piccolo, he's strong, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to put him into B tier, because his mode is unfortunately just not that good. But he's definitely not weak. The match starts and the Piccolo snowballs you with his insanely strong base and just beats the crap out of you to where that you can't get the mode. He's a monster. But unfortunately, if it's your average match where both people mode, his mode is going to lose. His mode is just not that good unless you don't know the matchup. If you don't know the matchup, he's just gonna super armor through your stuff and you're gonna get obliterated. But if you know the matchup, his mode is nothing to write home about. It's not really hard to deal with at all. So therefore, I'm going to have to put him in B tier. But if your enemy doesn't know the matchup, oh, the mode is free. You can destroy people. But if you lab the mode like me and you know the counterplay, it's nothing to write home about. Just hold F and dodge. Next off we have is Luffy. Now this Luffy, this is going to be my first S tier. He's sleeper broken. Like, his mode is actually dumb. Now, the reason why this character is so strong is because his base is cracked and his mode is also cracked. If the Luffy is good, there's not much counterplay to this character. So, like, obviously, pistol, nice 12 damage poke move. You can't go wrong with it. It's a very nice move to catch enemies if they're sleeping. Whip is disgusting. Long range guard break that down slams if it doesn't guard break. And the hitbox is actually pretty massive. You can't turn it, but like while it's in the windup phase, you can turn it. So like, let's say you're using it, an enemy turns to your left or right, you can do this. It's disgusting. Very, very strong guard break and combo starter. Bazooka, also a really nice guard break. You can get a lot of fake combos because of it, and also cheap resets. Look at that, easy reset. And then you can just combo your enemy from there. And Gatling is also a disgusting move because this move has no end lag even if they block it. Kaio-Ken Goku, or my bad, base Goku, if you block his barrage, you get end lag and you can't do nothing about it. Like, the enemy gets a free punish. But with this character, you can block after your Gatling and dash out for free. Even if you whiff it, sometimes when you try and down slam into the guard break, into the barrage, I guess because the hitbox is so big on the Gatling, you can't punish it. It's stupid. And even if you do whiff it, like Jonathan's barrage, it has no end lag. So this character's base is disgusting. Most skills don't have end lag outside of whip. This base just has like everything you need to be successful and win a match, with very strong guard breaks, 2 nice combo starters, good combo damage, not much end lag. You can make a lot of mistakes and get away with it just because you can like whiff moves and like they're uncontested and unpunishable. And to top it all off, he has a disgustingly strong mode. When you're in this mode, you're mainly gonna see people spam Jet Bazooka and you have to just take it. There's nothing you can do about it other than PB, but in this game, if you PB, I mean, it just returns back to neutral. You have to try and counter sub it. And even if you do counter sub it, for some dumb reason, it'll teleport them back to where you use Jet Bazooka from. So this move has like damn near no counterplay. There's nothing you can really do about this skill other than, I guess, use a skill that has hyper armor like Moonfang against this move. So this is just blatantly a broken move. It has a 20-second cooldown, but the move is just broken. It's a godlike combo starter, and it can lead to massive damage, potentially even you dying, because he can do this and then jet bullet you into jet rifle. It doesn't work on dummies though, but he would jet rifle you and it'll down slam you, and then you can get another combo off on you. Like, I'll probably have the full combo on screen here, but it's a disgusting move, and it's probably one of the best moves in the damn game. One of the best guard breaks, hands down. And for that alone, he just already instantly skyrockets up the tier list. And this is a sleeper broken character. So basically, when you have a base that's already very strong and good all around and has options for everything, you take that same base kit, slap it onto the mode, enhance all the skills, you get damn near a boss character. This character is sleeper broken, and I only talked about one move in mode. He still has Jet Gatling, which has super armor now, and it's 0 end lag even if you block it. And Jet Rifle, this skill, it's blockable, but like a disgustingly strong combo starter. And I didn't even talk about Jet Pistol. This thing is a 18 damage poke move with a 16-second cooldown. So like, I don't know, this character is sleeper broken, and a lot of the high rank players used him to get to high rank, so I'm putting him in S tier. I'm sorry. Next off, we have his Marineford Luffy. Now this character, I don't know why you'd want to play this over the base mode that's already insanely better. Like, you will spend your time playing Luffy, getting him to level 10 using that destructively strong mode, and then you get this mode and then you're like, why the hell would I use this? This is just way worse than the base mode. So for that reason alone, I mean, he has the base though that's really strong, but his mode is trash. Like, his mode is just easy PBs, or not even PBs, my bad, easy evasive. You can just vanish everything in his mode, or counter sub is the right term, and then he just dies. Like, I don't know, he's just more of like, honestly, a noob stomper character and a pubs character, or 2s and 3s. I wouldn't really use him in 1s, and since this is a 1s tier list, I'm going to have to put him into C tier. This character is C tier for me, but since he has the base, I want to put him in B, but his mode is trash, bro. No. Next off, we have is Zoro. Now, this Zoro is actually pretty good. I don't think he's a bad character at all. It's just a solid overall pick, in my opinion. I don't think he's broken in any aspect, and I don't think he's weak at all, though, either. He has Torogari, which is a nice combo starter, but it's also his guard break. He has Onigiri, which is another combo starter, which actually got buffed because it crumples now and can combo start, which is really good. He has 36 caliber Phoenix if he needs a poke move that does 15 damage, so it's not bad at all. And he has Goku Uzumi, and I think this skill is still plus on block, so he has a nice solid overall kit. His base kit is actually pretty fine. I don't think it's a broken kit at all. I think it's a nice solid overall kit that's well-rounded and good for any job. Not as good as Luffy's though, but he has lower cooldowns. But I think it's a solid base, and his mode is actually really good, definitely better than his variant. He has his 1, which is a good combo starter with a massive hitbox that does 22 damage. The main thing I like about his mode is his 1 and his Sanzen Sekai, because Sanzen Sekai, big damage combo starter, and it can do lots of damage. So I think his mode is actually decent. It's not game-breakingly broken. I think it's one of the more balanced tame modes. Crazy, that makes him stand out compared to other characters' modes, which isn't bad, but it's not that crazy because, I mean, obviously, if they know the matchup, since the mode is so bland, they can easily fight it. So I think he's very simple and he's very effective, and for that I'm going to throw him into A tier. He has all the tools he needs to get the W. I don't think he has anything that's like blatantly broken or nothing like that. He's just a solid overall character, so he's going into A tier. Next off, we have his counterpart, which is his variant, which is Ashura Zoro. Now this mode is kind of bad in my opinion. The only move that's really good on it is Nigiri Toro. You kind of have to jump and M1 him. If you know the matchup, it's fightable, and compared to other modes, it's not really that crazy. Ishibugen, this move, you're gonna need this to combo, but this move is easy to avoid because just take the hit and you won't take that much damage. And Shishi Son, easily just jump over this move until they make it so that you can probably like hold it to mix up your enemy. Everyone's just gonna jump over this move. And 36 caliber Phoenix, this is your other combo starter neutral. It doesn't have that much range though, unfortunately. Like, look at the range of this. it's pretty bad. So your only good combo starter is Nigiri Toro if your enemy isn't blocking, and 72 caliber Phoenix, or just fishing for Ishibugen guard breaks. But everything is very reactable and not really that good, and definitely not better than his base mode. So I'm gonna say that he's more in the B tier. I like this mode because he's cooler, but unfortunately he's just not as strong as base Zoro's mode. Next character we have is PTS Naruto. Next off we have is PTS Naruto. Now this character, I think this character is sleeper broken and very annoying, especially in the right hands, because most Naruto players are going to play like scumbags. They're pretty much going to spam shadow clones, move stagger Wind Demon Bullet, and then abuse your posture bar. And also he just got buffed because of a system mechanic change, because he can shadow clone, rush at you, and then M1 your block like crazy, and then be very annoying, and then get a combo starter from it. Like, the shadow clones play neutral for him, and for that aspect alone, I think this character is very, very ignorant and very stupid. And the fact that he can move stack like damn near everything in his moveset, also while having good damage BMBs, and an air guard break that's like unbeatable and no end lag on it. Like, he can just air zing on you. There's nothing you can really do about it. Even if he whiffs it, he doesn't have any end lag, and if he does land it, he gets a combo for free. So I think this character is sleeper broken because you can't really punish anything on this character. Demon Wind Bullet is plus on block unless they fixed it. Like, look at that, it has no end lag. Thankfully his mode isn't that crazy, but for that alone, his base being destructive, I'm going to have to throw him into A tier. Very frustrating character to deal with. Next off we have is Sasuke. Next character we have is Sasuke. Now PTS Sasuke, I think this is one of the strongest characters in the game, because Fireball alone is one of the best guard breaks, neutral options in the game. If it hits, it does 20 damage. If they block it, you get a combo starter. I don't even need to talk about any of the other skills. That move alone is why I think he's one of the best in the game. That move is just disgustingly strong. Big AoE damage move. Even if you shoot the floor, it's gonna explode on the floor and do 20 damage. So basically, if you have aim, you're gonna keep on using Fireball off cooldown, doing 20 damage or getting a combo off of it. That's pretty much what I did in my Road to Max Rank series with my Sasuke, and I pretty much did that. That's all I did. I just had good aim. I landed my fireballs every single time, and I just got carried through that, because the move is so damn powerful. That in tandem with how you can do like Chidori setups with stuff like this and get good Oki off of it, or put them on a wall and get a good setup with Chidori from it, just makes this character really, really strong. But we're not done yet. There's more. His mode is so damn broken. Like, his mode is actually pretty stupid. Uchiha Execution, this move has insane tracking, has insane range. You can pretty much just dash from full screen and then get a combo starter from it, because you can do this and then arm breaker, and then boom, you just do massive damage. Like, look at this. Look at the damage. It's just crazy. Uchiha Execution is one of the best combo starters in the game, and it also guard breaks at that. And arm breaker, they have to dash out of this quick or else it's going to give you a combo starter. And Phoenix Flower Jutsu just got buffed. This move has tracking now. And Dark Chidori, fast guard break, massive damage move if you take it. The mode is just strong as hell. Base is strong as hell, and for that alone, I'm going to have to throw Sasuke into S tier. Next, we have Curse Mark V2 Sasuke. Curse Mark V2 Sasuke, I think this mode is a little bit weaker than the base mode, but it's just up to preference. The damage on this mode is a little bit higher than the regular mode, but I like the value out of the combo starters you get from the base mode instead of this one. This one's combo starters in mode aren't very safe, but it's still very strong. But like, for instance, if you do aerial dive and they block it, you're in end lag, you lost your turn. If you do Black Thunder, it combo starts, but obviously, like I said, if they jump over it, they just take damage. They don't even get comboed. Chidori Lament is just regular Chidori, but it only goes forward. You can't move with it. And I mean, well, you can turn it a little bit, but like, you can't like move with it like crazy, and it doesn't last nowhere near as long. Dragon Flame Jutsu, it's like a flamethrower barrage thingy. It doesn't have that much range. I just don't think this mode is as good as the base mode, because you have to just bank on combo starting from aerial dive. But obviously, I mean, the damage you get from this mode is a little bit more, but I don't think it's worth it compared to the neutral options of the first mode. But it's up to you, whatever one you like more. But in terms of damage over combo starters, I value combo starters more, so I'm going to throw him into A tier instead of S tier, because I think he's just a little bit weaker than the regular Sasuke, but they're both very, very strong. Now, Ichigo. This is my main in this game, so I might be a little bit biased here, but Ichigo, I think he's a very strong character in this game. I don't think he's weak at all. A couple highlights in his kits. His damage is very, very high. He has a lot of nasty setups. He can do stupid stuff like this. Up tilt, Getsuga, Moonfang, good Oki, gets a reset. Or you can do the Ryotsu burst as a combo ender, dash up, Moonfang, good Oki, and all his combos do massive amounts of damage. Moonfang is kind of an inconsistent skill, but when it does track people into the air, it's a fire skill. But it's just pretty much good sometimes, but also bad sometimes, because it's very easy to whiff punish, because obviously Moonfang, they jump over it. They do the down slam move on you. You have to just take that. It's Getsuga Tensho. It's not as fast as Fireball Jutsu from Sasuke, but it's a little bit of a worse version, because I mean, obviously it has a lot of tribal speed and nowhere near as fast, but it's still okay. His mode is where he really shines though. His mode is very, very strong. In my opinion, one of the strongest modes in the game, because his damage output in mode is very, very high. His combo starters are very, very high. He can do stuff like this. Easy guard break into like 80% of your health, or if he knows you're not blocking, do cross slashes, combo starter, 80% of your health gone. Or Dart Getsuga, whiffs the second hit, combo starter, 80% of your health gone. One more, Getsuga Wave, combo starter, 80% of your health gone. And to top it all off, he has obviously Zangetsu, unblockable grab into like what, 50 damage. So yeah, very, very strong combo starters. That's why he's my main, and he does lots of damage while he's doing it. But he suffers in the fact that he's not really a hard matchup to learn against unless he's in mode, because his base is pretty simple to play against. You just jump over Moonfang. Outside of that, he doesn't really have that good of combo starters unless he guard breaks you with Getsuga. But I think he's still a strong character overall, and for that aspect, I'm going to throw him into A tier. Now Zangetsu, this character, he's been getting buffed, he's been getting nerfed down and up the chain. I don't know where to put this guy anymore, I'm not gonna lie to you, but he did get a new buff to where that he has the alt. I don't know what the damage is on this, but it does go through block now. Unfortunately, I don't think it's better than Zangetsu, like I said, but I mean, if you land it, you get a lot of damage. But I mean, Zangetsu just better. Like, it's easier to land, people don't run away from it, and this mode I don't think is as good as regular Ichigo's mode, because mainly when you're using this mode, you have to play around the fact that you're going to use Zanpakuto's Wrath, you run with it, and then you guard break someone with White Fang, and then you do your combo. But the neutral options on base Ichigo is just far better. You can easily get combo started with so many different options. This mode just doesn't have that outside of Zanpakuto's Wrath into White Rampage. This is pretty much the main thing you're going to be playing for when it comes to guard breaking, but I just don't think it's better. The main thing you're going to be playing for with this mode is Zanpakuto's Wrath into White Rampage, and then like getting your combo started. Or I guess you can Zanpakuto's Wrath and then Killer Instinct, but this is your combo extenders. For Ichigo, he doesn't have to waste his combo extender to get a combo started, so I don't think this thing is as good as regular Ichigo, because regular Ichigo has way more better combo options that don't consume his combo extender. So the mode isn't weak, I just don't think it's better than Ichigo's, so I'm going to throw him into A tier, the same as Ichigo, but regular Ichigo is just a little bit better in my opinion. Now next we have is base Renji. Now base Renji, I think this character is still stupid busted. Yeah, this is base Renji, not 1000-Year Blood War, but he still shares the same base, and the base is still stupid. Matter in fact, it just got buffed. So obviously Prey Slayer did get that hard nerf. It doesn't have nowhere near as much range, but it's still a combo starter that's really good if you do land it, because obviously it hard knocks down the enemy, they take 18 damage, you get your combo started, blah blah blah, you get the gist of it, and it can still guard break for combo start, you get the gist of it. Nice combo starter. Fang Spinner is still very hard to punish, because if you try and down slam into him when he's using it, it will sometimes cancel out your down slam and beat it and then get a combo start from it, so that's a second combo starter. The move did get nerfed, however, because obviously, as you can see, it has end lag now, a lot of it at the end of it, so that if you block the whole thing, you can punish it. But that nerf doesn't really matter, because his 3 is still disgustingly strong. Everyone just uses the 3. They fish for down slams, or they use the 3. They do the unblockable setup, and then they get a combo starter. And Shakaho got a movement speed buff, so it's faster now of a projectile, and it's still an annoying move. It's just overall disgusting and stupid. These 2 combo starters alone just make him top tier in my opinion, and like his Fang Spinner is still stupid, but thankfully his base, at least this one's, isn't good. That's the one saving grace. But obviously when he gets to variant 10, he can get 1000-Year Blood War. But yeah, this mode isn't really good. This 4 is trash. Apex Predator, I mean, that's the only good move on this thing. He doesn't even have an M1 combo string. He only has one M1 combo. Snake Trail, easily blockable. Serpentine dive, easily block. Like, this mode is trash. The only thing that's good on this thing is the one, and for that alone, I'm going to put this thing into B tier, because you can still lose to this thing, but mode is just trash. It's actually awful. But luckily his base is just so good to the point where he's not in C tier. Next, we have 1000 Year Blood War version. Now, the 1000 Year Blood War version, different story. You have a cracked base, and you also have a cracked mode. Granted, the mode did just get nerfed. You have your one, which is a nice combo starter that guard breaks, has a lot of wind up to it, but it has super armor to save its back. Twin Kings, this move goes to block after the second hit. It has super armor in case you try and mash too much on it. And Primal Beatdown, hyper armor grab that can save you like crazy, because you can use this move to beat certain options that your enemy use against you. Like, if you were to try and use Moonfang, you're gonna lose, because this move has a lot of hyper armor for a longer duration than Moonfang, and it's a command grab, so yeah, you're gonna lose to it, and it does a lot of damage. And to top it all off, he has Zaga Teppo, which is a cutscene grab that goes through block that does, like, I think 25 damage or 30 or something like that. It's just a really good move, really good neutral option, but unfortunately it did get nerfed as end, like, at the end of it now. So if he whiffs it, you can actually punish it. But like, if the Renji is out of range, they're just gonna turn it around. Like, if they know they're not gonna reach, they're gonna turn it around. They're only gonna use this usually in a combo, but it's still very easy to jump over. But his base is ridiculously strong, and his mode is pretty strong, not the strongest, but it's still up there, and for that reason alone, I'm gonna throw him into S tier. Next we have is Byakuya. Now Byakuya, this is one of the newer characters that just came out. Now this character, he has a lot of moves, and his damage output is very low, but he has some bonuses in the fact that obviously if he uses a scatter, he has the longer range M1s. This is the best thing about his base, honestly, and probably where he's gonna shine the most. But even this, the damage on it is pretty low, unfortunately. But the most value you're gonna see from this dude is doing the Senka reset. Obviously the Senka reset is probably where you're gonna get the most value out of, because if you do it, you get a reset. If you don't do it right, I mean, they don't crumple. So you need to learn the Senka reset if you want to get the most value out of this character. His base sucks otherwise, because obviously you have Blade Tempest, which, I mean, if they just mash on you, this move loses. It's not really good, but I mean, I guess you can do the mix to where you use Rikujo Koro, but they can just block it, dash up M1, and it's very reactable, at least in my opinion. And the fact that his M1s in this stance do less damage just kind of sucks, but I don't know. I just don't think his neutral options are that good compared to other characters, and for that alone, I just don't like this base outside of the Senka reset and the ranged M1s. His mode, I don't even think his mode is even strong either. I think his mode is kind of like meh. The fact that nothing has super armor, at least till now, it just rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't like it, because you need super armor to challenge certain skills sometimes. But the mode isn't too bad. You can still do Senka, run at your enemy, and then go into this sword stance mode thingy that is pretty meh. I don't think it's that good, because your only good combo starter is your Blade Dance, but that's also your combo extender. Your Shuke Hakuteken, this move has super armor, thankfully, and is a combo starter if you get the guard break, but everything is blockable and everything is very easy to react to. I don't think this mode is that good, and he kind of relies on the ranged M1s and the Senka reset a lot, very desperately, and this mode is not really that good. It's okay, but nothing too crazy to write home about. So for that reason alone, I'm going to put him into B tier. If you can do the Senka reset consistently, like every single time, A tier, but if you can't, he's gonna have to be in B tier. His mode is just not strong enough to compete with these characters up here, nor are his base options outside of the ranged M1s and the Senka reset. Next, we have Jonathan. Now, Jonathan is a character that has gotten nerfed ever since he came out. Obviously, he used to have some stupid stuff with his 4 where he can do Overdrive Renden, and then after that, it would flow damn near true into the Sendo Overdrive, which was the floor unblockable move. His cooldowns aren't that long either. He has a decent combo starter with Pluck Stream. Zoom Punch does 20 damage. Sendo Overdrive is unblockable. But Overdrive Renden has hyper armor, but it's very, very easy to punish. I don't think his neutral options are that crazy in my opinion. The only thing that makes this character crazy is his damage output. As for mode, his mode is actually pretty good, because Metal Silver Overdrive is basically an upgrade of Pluck Stream. Burning Overdrive is a high damage combo extender that can do burn damage. And his Sendo Spiral thingy, the floor guard break move or unblockable thingy, that move is actually really good. High damage, very good in neutral as well. His Sunlight Overdrive does like what, 35 damage. It's a cutscene move. He uses it like 2 times in mode. His damage output is pretty much the main thing that carries this character, but I don't think he's that crazy, and I don't think he's that fun in my opinion. The only thing that's noteworthy about this character is his damage. Other than that, he doesn't really have anything that's that crazy to talk about. He's kind of a boring character as well. He just has your average gap closer that can guard break as well with high damage, nothing too crazy, a little bit of a poke move that's unblockable. Like there's not too much to talk about. His base is just an upgrade of his mode. He's not weak, but I don't think he's like one of the strongest, and for that I'm just gonna throw him into A tier. He's strong, but not the strongest. Next we have is Jotaro. Now this character, I think he's one of the strongest characters in the game. I'm pretty sure everyone knows how strong this character is because he has very high damage with a very solid moveset. Starfinger is probably his most annoying move. It's a gap closer that can guard break, and it also can combo start, so you can do stuff like this, land a Starfinger in neutral or barrage, and then after that up tilt, Skull Crusher, imminent approach, and then they're left at 35 HP. Massive damage BMB that takes them down to what, 20% health left? That's ridiculous. And this is a base combo. This does more damage than some people's mode combos like Itadori and stuff. It's crazy. Imminent approach used to be a free gap closer. It has end lag now, thankfully. But even outside of that, he has also another good combo starter, which is Aura Smash. This move can actually catch people off guard like crazy. It actually has a huge hitbox. I never realized how good it was till I fought it the other day. If it hits, it only gets 16 damage, however, but his base being so strong alone makes him very high on the tier list, because like obviously I'm not even talking about the resets. Like he can do Starfinger resets. It doesn't work on a dummy, but it works on actual player, and the Starfinger just hard carries this character. I've seen people in Masters rank that can't land a single M1. All they did was land imminent approach before it got nerfed, and also just land Starfinger over and over and over and over in neutral, and that would just pretty much carry them without having to do a single M1. They do the massive damage BMB, and that's pretty much their game plan, and they just mode went off that. And I even talk about his mode yet. His mode is also dummy strong because stand crash, a guard break that can go across the screen and can hard knock down into a massive damage BMB, and like you just gotta take it. Like there's nothing you can really do. Like the fact that he has this is crazy. Vacuum Punch is also really good as well because it's another really strong combo starter. Granted, it did just get nerfed, so like if they block, it won't even pull them, but if they don't block, hard knockdown into a massive damage BMB. So this mode off rip it is just ridiculously strong. Base is ridiculously strong, and I didn't even talk about the time stop. Like brother, he has it all. He has everything you need to win a fight and more. Like it's just crazy strong base, crazy strong mode, instantly going into S tier. Now part 4 Jotaro, damn near the same boat as part 3 Jotaro, except a little bit weaker. I'd say the neutral options on part 3 Jotaro are stronger, but the damage on part 4 Jotaro is higher. But you know me, I like combo consistency and neutral options better than damage, because damage don't mean nothing. And even when he has a little bit more damage, it's not even that high compared to part 3 Jotaro. Part 3 Jotaro could damn near TOD you. This Jotaro just can TOD you. But the neutral options just aren't better than part 3 Jotaro's. So Waltz Rush is godlike, but outside of that combo starter, all you have to really rely on is Flashpoint, which is okay, but it doesn't have hyper armor or super or nothing like that, and it doesn't have too much range. It can get interrupted easily. It doesn't have two strong combo starters like part 3 Jotaro with Vacuum Punch and Stand Crash, so but this one can TOD since his ultimate is Unreliable Guy. Both these modes are good, but I'd say this one's just a little bit weaker, and for that aspect, I'm going to be throwing him on the higher end of A tier. I kind of want to put him into S tier, but just a little bit lower, so I'm going to throw him in the A tier. Next on the list we have is Deku. Now Deku, this character is not bad. He just kind of reminds me of a weaker Renji. Like his one is pretty much Yorichi's down slam from ABA, and also kind of like Renji's Prey Slayer, but a little bit weaker. It does less damage. It doesn't even go as far either, but I think it has more end lag, so it's easier to punish. But if you do land it, I mean, it's a down slam, so it's not bad. St. Louis Smash, your average damage combo extender, nothing too bad about it. Does a lot of damage actually. It does 16, which is okay. Delaware Smash, nothing too crazy about that move. It's just a poke move. Detroit Smash, this move is pretty good out with wall setups, but outside of that, it's nothing too crazy. It's just a solid base, nothing too crazy. But where he really shines is the mode. The mode for this character is actually pretty stupid because he has two tracking moves. The first tracking move is Smash, because it's a kick move that you can't really punish. If you try and punish it, he has super armor, and you kind of have to take that block damage. It takes you to half. And he also has Black Whip, which is another tracking move that can combo start. So he has two tracking combo starters. Florida Smash, this move can combo start as well, and 100% barrage. This move is not a combo starter, but it does loads of posture damage. Well, no, it just guard breaks if you land on them, but you can do stupid stuff like using a smash, dash out, go back in, barrage, combo start. So he has like 4 combo starters. His mode is actually very, very strong. He can pretty much do whatever the hell he wants in mode, and just you have to just block it. But if you just block it, you're gonna get guard broken. He can do whatever the hell he wants to you in mode. This character is like damn near a boss character in mode, but his base is nowhere near as strong as his mode, in my opinion. So I think he's not weak, but I don't think he's like the strongest. So I'm just gonna throw him into A tier. He's a solid character, not a bad pick at all. His base is just not as strong as his mode. Next off, we have is Shoto Todoroki. Now Todoroki, this character is kind of on the weaker side in this game, in my opinion. I don't think he's that strong. He's okay, and you can still win with this character, but I just don't think he's that good. If you are gonna pick him, you're gonna obviously have to kite a lot and poke for your skills and try and land the flash freeze for the combo start, but I just don't think his kit is that good. Flash freeze is very easy to jump over. Heaven Piercer is kind of like a poke move. Ice Skewer is like your combo ender that you can use, but it's not really that strong. Your fire mode or fire side of your base is actually pretty good. It does a lot of damage, especially the 3, but I mean, I just don't think the character is worth picking up compared to other characters in this game, especially with the fact that his mode is not really that good. It's okay. It also just got a buff recently to where the Great Glacier Gear or whatever, the lunge grab thing, it has super armor now, but like most of the times you weren't going to use that move raw and neutral anyway. You're most likely going to freeze them with the frostbite and then use the 4. I don't think this character is that good. He's not bad. You can definitely win with this character, but I just think there's stronger picks overall. And for that aspect, I'm going to throw him into B tier. He's not bad, but I just don't think he's A or S. Next we have is Tanjiro. Now Tanjiro, this is a little bit of a character I don't know where I want to put on this tier list. He's not weak, but he did get a massive nerf that kind of cooks him. In one of the recent patches, he just got a nerf to where Water Wheel has increased startup, and it's a lot of it. As you can see, it's very reactable, and obviously the move still has the debuff to where like you can block the first hit and then mash before he does the second hit. It did need a nerf, but I think this is a lot more of a nerf than I was expecting. And I think this definitely lowers him on the tier list because this move is nowhere near as free as a combo starter as it was before, but it's still strong. Just I don't think it's that good at high level because now it's at a point where everyone's reacting to it. They just block the first hit, mash, and then he can't get the second hit. But I mean, when you do manage to land it, you do get like a high damage BMB, so like it's not too bad, but like it's just kind of unfortunate of a nerf. But his base is not bad. Splashing Water Flow is a really strong guard break and a combo starter. If they don't mash, Water Wheel still is a guard break and a combo starter. Those 2 moves are what makes his base really strong. And his mode is actually okay. I mean, I don't think this mode has gotten touched. It's still very, very strong. You have a really, really strong combo starter, combo extender with Raging Sun, and like you can still do stuff like that and does massive damage. I don't know the BMB, I don't remember what it was, but I mean the 4 is still a really strong move in neutral that goes past the enemy's block because you can just circle around their back. His base is tame now, I'd like to say, but his mode is still very, very powerful. 2 very, very strong guard breaks. So I think he's going to be just fine. And keep in mind, Flaming Dance still has tracking on it and can just do some damage to the enemy. So I think he's going to be fine, but I just don't think he's like S tier anymore. So for that, I'm just going to bring him down to A tier. He's still strong, but I think that Water Road nerf really did do a number on him. Next off, we have his Giyu. Giyu's kind of in the same boat as Tanjiro. He has this dead calm mode, which obviously enhances all his skills. So this move, well, I mean, not this move. This thing is going to help him out a lot. But, I mean, he has okay neutral options, and the fact that his Striking Tide is unblockable, which is really, really good and does loads of damage. And if he's in dead calm, I think he gets super armor, so that's really good. And Flowing Tide, you can kind of like circle around people's back and get like a combo starter from it, so that's really good. Tranquil Flux, this move is kind of like a 50-50 because like, I mean, it's a combo starter into the ult, but like it has and like if you miss it, so like you have to make sure that you actually main this character and know how to use this move, or else you're going to be an end lag and you get punished. I think it's a strong mode, especially since it has unblockable, and the 2 being a strong combo starter, and the fact that it has a TOD, and the fact that it's an install as well. 2 good combo starters and an install, definitely going into A tier. I was going to say S tier, but since he got the Water Wheel nerf, yeah, I'm not going to put him there. Next off, we have is Inosuke. Now, this is a character that a lot of people in this game think is weak. I don't think he's weak, and I think I did a pretty good job proving that in my video. Unfortunately, he does have a weird issue to where like his combo extender is also his best guard break, because obviously if you use crazy cutting in a combo, your only guard break you're gonna be left with is sudden throw, and obviously you're not gonna be trying to land at neutral. You're not gonna just try and land a skill shot. Being left with a skill shot like that is crazy when other characters have way better guard break combo starters in neutral. But his mode damage output is disgustingly high with 2 combo extenders and bleed damage, but his base is just not up to par, sadly, because slice and dice is not really that good of a move. I honestly wish they would just remove the guard break off of the 2 and then change the 1 into a move that can guard break, like rework the move entirely. But unfortunately, he's stuck with that 1 that's not really that good, and he's stuck with his only good guard break being on his combo extender. I just don't think he's closer to the characters that are up to par or higher on the tier list, so I'm going to be throwing him into B tier. Unfortunately, I don't think he's bad, but I just don't think he's as strong as A or S. Now, Itadori. Now, this is a character I've been doing a road to max rank on this game. I think Itadori has a lot of issues, unfortunately. He's not weak, but like he's kind of a gimmick character, because if you know the matchup, this character is not hard to deal with at all, and he has loads of end lag, and he has probably the biggest counterplay in the game, which is the spacebar. You can jump over like all of his skills. If you try and use divergent blow, they can jump over it. If you try and use rush down and do the slam, you have hella end lag. If you try and use rush down and do the kick, it's very easy to dodge, because obviously, as you can see, the hitbox is not that huge, and you can just jump over it. Manji kick, you're only gonna be using this in a combo. Why would I even bring this up? And black flash, you can jump over this as well. Everything in his base kit you can jump over. It's very, very easy. So character matchups like Yuji into Sasuke, where he just throws fireballs and sits in the air throwing shurikens and stuff, it's just awful. Or if I try and use rush down, which is my best combo starter, they're just gonna throw a projectile at me while I'm trying to rush down, or they're gonna down slam into me. It's just not a good character's base at all. Everyone just jumps over everything. Divergent isn't too bad if a guard break, but it has hella end lag if you get out of range. Same thing with black flash, hella end lag if you get out of range. You think his damage is high because he has 2 combo extenders, but Manji's kick only does 6 damage. And the head bash, bro, what is that damage? And his M1s do less damage, but obviously he has Divergent, which helps him out a lot. His M1s only do 2 instead of the normal 3, but that's where Divergent is supposed to come into play and help him, because it can kill through block. But he just has way too much flaws to make him that strong of a character. If you want to learn more about why I think this character is weak, I did a video on the second channel, but his mode is where it gets even worse, sadly, because his mode might actually be weaker than his base. I say this because most people think that Dismantle is true into M1 combos. It is not true. It's not true. You can just block afterwards. It's not real. Like, you can't just dismantle and combo start from it. I wish he could, but he can't. And also, very easy block. You can do step back dismantle. This is pretty good, but like it takes a while to come out, and then while you're using it, they're running away out of the field. It looks like a very huge hitbox, but trust me, this misses a lot. Fillet, this skill, it's like you charge in the air, but it is very easy to dodge because the hitbox is very thin. Even if you aim it at like the center part, so that like if they jump, it will still try and hit them, it'll still miss if they just jump over it. It's very annoying, and it does bleed damage, but that's going to be your combo ender. So like, what is the point? Because it's not like you can combo off of it. So like, it's like, what the hell is this for? And the 3 malignant break, this doesn't have that much range, and everyone jumps over it because you can't jump with the skill. So this ties in with the fact that everyone just jumps over Itadori, or I guess Sukuna in this aspect. And for his open, this skill is like the only skill I like. That is like the only skill I like. But unfortunately, everything else on the mode is just not really that good. You block or you just jump over everything. If they know the matchup, his character's horrible to fight with. I don't think his mode is weak, it's just not strong, and it's very easy to counterplay. And for that aspect, I'm going to unfortunately put Itadori into B tier. Now, Saitama. Now, this character is another character that just has high damage. I don't think he's good, honestly. I think he's a little bit worse than Jonathan, honestly. I think Saitama is kind of a noob stomper character because, I mean, obviously his shove has hyper armor. It's not really that good. He could also do some fake combos to where like he used consecutive punches in the air and then do shove, something like this. He can like land an M1 string, up tilt, consecutive punches, and then use shove, and then like do this as a fake combo into this, into Death Punch, and it does like what 80% or something like that. But like damage is all this character has. I don't think his base is that good. Look, this does 34 damage, 1 extra compared to Jotaro's highest damage BM. And keep in mind, Jotaro has better neutral options, so like it's just, why would you play this character over Jotaro? With Jotaro you can get the high damage and also get better neutral options, have a better overall mode, because this mode is not really that good. I mean, yeah, your M2 guard breaks, your M2 M1 guard breaks, and like I guess you can just skill spam, I guess, but like I don't think this mode is that good. Like if you know how to fight this mode, it's very easy to fight, because you can just block everything and then punish the character, because serious punch is punishable on block, and table flip very easy to avoid. It does guard break, however, and serious chop easy block. Like this mode is not too hard to fight at all, and like most times when I fight Saitama, they never get the alt move, which is like the little sneeze. So I don't think this mode is good. I don't think this character is that good. I think he's one of the weakest characters in the game. He's mainly just a noob stopper, and for that aspect, honestly, I'm gonna put him in C tier. All right, last but not least, we have Guts. Now this character is actually really strong. I don't think he's weak at all. He has a BNB that does like 80 damage, the one that ends in the little miniature bomb combo. Very strong. He does loads of damage. Apparently there's some repeater crossbow tech where like if he lands all the arrows, he can combo extend off of it, but I'm not gonna talk about that because I don't know if it's even real or not. But apparently he has some sort of tech with that. But what I mainly want to talk about with Guts is that his M1s, obviously since he has a massive sword, he does increased M1 damage. It has more range. If you just backpedal with this and M1 like crazy, you can pretty much beat everyone in an M1 trade. Byakuya has this feature with his stance thing, but he doesn't have the damage. The only thing I say would suck with the sword M1s being slow, same thing with Byakuya, is the fact that sometimes you will block stuff in M1 and you can't punish it in time because your swing comes out way too slow. But other than that, in neutral, his M1 range is phenomenal and can help him get combos really nicely. Complementing that with his mode, which is the berserker stuff, where like he can't die because of the passive armor curse thingy, where like if he dies in mode, he just is immortal for like 10 seconds, and then after that you have to hit him again to kill him. I think that stuff is really strong, and his mode is unga bunga as hell. So I think he's a solid character. He just plays differently than the rest of the cast, because you have to like kind of backpedal and play to your M1 range advantage instead of trying to play him like a normal character. I feel like if you play him like a normal character, you're going to lose, but if you play him right and you actually main this character and understand his strengths, I feel like you have yourself a really powerful character. Not S tier though, but I will say he's A tier. And with that, that's gonna do it for my tier list. That is my Shonen Unleashed Update 1 tier list. I don't know how long this video is, but hopefully it's not too long. I'll try and speed by it next time if my opinions change a lot for update 2 or 3 or whenever I do another one, but I don't know, we'll see. The meta can easily change, and also obviously everyone's tier list is going to be different. This is just my opinion. You can still lose to a character in C tier if you don't know the matchup. I know the matchup for all these characters very well, so that's why I rarely ever lose to these characters, if not ever at all. And Luffy's only here because of his mode being trash. This Goku is still really strong, at least with his mode, but his base is just so bad that I have to put him down here. I just don't think base Goku is stronger than the B or A or S. S is top tier, A is high tier, B is viable, C I don't think is viable. I think C is unviable. But you can still lose to them because Saitama's like a noob stomper, and all these characters are still nasty if you don't know the matchup. But that just goes for every character in this game. Every character is strong. Everyone's tier list is going to look different. That's pretty much my tier list so far for update 1. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know what your tier list looks like down below in the comment section. And yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions. This is mine. And yeah, catch y'all later.